Welcome to Schmidt & Clark Law Firm, where we've been dedicated to helping individuals and families seek justice for over 3 decades. Today, we delve into a topic of immense significance, the food poisoning lawsuit. Food poisoning is a common, potentially life-threatening problem for millions of people in the United States. Food poisoning occurs as a result of consuming contaminated food or beverages. People infected with pathogens may experience symptoms ranging from mild intestinal discomfort to severe dehydration and bloody diarrhea. Depending on the type and severity of the infection, some people may decide to treat their food poisoning at home. However, in some instances, a case of food poisoning could be severe and cause an individual to suffer internal organ damage or die as a result of a foodborne illness. Food poisoning is a poisoning of the body resulting from tainted, expired, or mishandled foods or beverages. Foodborne illness results in injury typically caused by contaminated food or food that is not prepared correctly. A wide variety of contaminants have the potential to poison humans, including parasites, toxins, viruses, bacteria, mold, insect, rodent exposure. These estimates provide the most accurate estimates yet of which known foodborne pathogens, bacteria, viruses, and parasites are causing the most illnesses in the United States, and how many foodborne illnesses are caused by unspecified agents, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention stated. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention study from 2018, estimates are that approximately 1 in 6 Americans develop a food poisoning illness every year. At least 250 different types of food poisoning have been documented, but the most common varieties are E. coli, Listeria, Salmonella, and norovirus, commonly referred to as the stomach flu. Other less common illnesses include botulism, Campylobacter, Vibrio, and Shigella. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention 2024 study, listeriosis is an infection caused by ingesting the bacterium Listeria monocytogenes. An estimated 1,600 people get listeriosis each year in the US, and about 260 die. More than 1 million get the illness worldwide. Symptoms include headache, stiff neck, confusion, loss of balance, convulsions, fever, vomiting, and muscle aches. Hepatitis A is the only common foodborne disease preventable by vaccines. It is one of 5 hepatitis viruses that infect the liver, while hepatitis B and C can turn into chronic hepatitis. Hepatitis A typically does not, although it can lead to liver failure and death. Hepatitis A is rare in the US, with 30,000 to 50,000 cases occurring each year. However, in most other countries, poorer sanitation systems lead to easier transmission of the disease and therefore more cases, up to 1 million cases per year globally, according to the CDC. Symptoms include fever, malaise, loss of appetite, diarrhea, nausea, abdominal discomfort, dark-colored urine, and jaundice, yellowing of the skin and whites of the eyes. Some recent major settlements include a dozen office workers in Connecticut became violently ill after eating a catered lunch from a well-known local restaurant. The caterer was found to be liable for the illnesses and ordered to pay a settlement of $370,000, or about $30,000 per attendee. A Michigan man who became ill and almost died after eating meat that was contaminated with E. coli received a $650,000 settlement. Among other issues, the man was hospitalized with medical problems including diarrhea, acute renal failure, and hypotension. Maple Leaf Foods paid almost $27 million to victims of a listeria outbreak. The outbreak killed 20 people and sickened thousands more. Anyone who consumed the affected meat products and fell ill was entitled to up to $125,000 in direct compensation. The families of those who died received 6-figure payouts. Another major outbreak resulted in a class action lawsuit against Conagra. This led the company to reach multi-million-dollar settlements with hundreds of victims who suffered medical problems after eating salmonella-tainted peanut butter. Hundreds of Americans were sickened during the mid-2000s. A Northern California man who contracted a severe infection after being served contaminated raw oyster meat received a $1 million out-of-court settlement from 5 companies involved in the transport and sale of the Louisiana shellfish. Defendants included Holiday Inns Inc., United Shellfish Co., Fisherman's Wharf, Seafoods Inc. of San Francisco, California, Pearson Seafood, and Pride Transport Inc. Food poisoning lawsuits typically fall under the category of legal product liability claims, the idea being that you have been sold a defective product that caused you severe pain and suffering or other health effects. When you buy groceries or go out to eat at a restaurant, you expect delicious food and a good time. You do not expect to get sick from a foodborne illness. To win a food poisoning lawsuit, you must prove that a specific food or restaurant caused a personal injury. If your illness required you to be hospitalized or you were exposed to a particularly dangerous contaminant and your condition lasted for more than a few days, it is important to seek consultation from experienced attorneys. At Schmidt & Clark Law Firm, our attorneys can help you navigate the complexities of these cases, whether it's through strict product liability, negligence, or breach of warranty. For more information and a free consultation, contact the Food Poisoning Litigation Group at Schmidt & Clark Law Firm. We're here to help you get the justice you deserve.